Okay, the sci-fi original movie Ogre stars John Schneider. Hope I didn't wreck his name. He would have been Jonathan Kent from Smallville, or I think he was Bo from Dukes of Hazzard, as well as the girl who's currently playing Cat Grant on Smallville. She plays his daughter. It begins in kind of like an olden time where there's a mysterious plague. It's killing people. The town's magistrate, who's also a wizard, knows a way to help get rid of the plague by unleashing an ogre. Stick with me here. Every year they have to sacrifice a person. If they don't sacrifice a person, the plague will kill them all. This is actually done fairly. It's like you're opening like 10 minutes of the movie. And then, like all sci-fi movies, it leaps to the present day, where four-stock teenagers are walking around a forest, stumble upon the bizarre door that had the ogre behind it. And of course, someone gets killed. The two that survive run into the olden town. At this point I was thinking, oh, please don't be like The Village. And ironically it's not. The spell that was used to essentially create the ogre and cure the people also put like an impenetrable force field around the village. And everyone in there essentially lives perpetually. The high points of this movie are when essentially the people from the olden time are acting. Because I guess back then, acting was pretty decent, and then as time went on, acting became less and less important. And essentially you have a little bit of a, is the magistrate actually letting his orb decide who dies, or is he picking people off for his own, essentially, political gain? You almost think that in a village that's fairly small, killing one person every year kind of would take its toll on your society after a while. Because you really can't have a full person take someone's spot in the course of a year. And there's not a lot of people there. So of course, the teenagers from present day escape and go tell the cops. They tell the cops about a hidden magical town that's being terrorized by an ogre in the forest. And of course the cops don't believe them. It's a super cliche scene where someone's like, our friend's got a broken ankle. Oh god, we're in like Ellensburg. No, Ellensburg, it's superstitious lore. No, it's a city in the forest. There's no city in the forest. So it's like, okay, for a couple hundred years, essentially nobody must have stumbled upon this city in the middle of a giant forest. Imagine it's a large city. Well, large by like older standards. So of course, they then go back and hatch a plan to help destroy the ogre with a single shotgun, some rifles, a bear trap, and bows and arrows. On the bright side, these people were much better at hitting the ogre than the Romans were at hitting arrows on the Cyclops. And of course, it doesn't really do much good, but the plan is to lower the ogre to the magical barrier and force the ogre through the barrier, thus killing the ogre and setting free everyone who was stuck in the perpetual curse because of the spell to help relieve the plague by creating the ogre. The olden parts are done pretty well, are done fairly well. I almost wish they would have left out like the current people and instead had entirely dealt with the internal struggle of the village, the people in the village, the political struggle of the village, the daughter learning the magic, and then essentially kind of helping the townspeople defeat the ogre, and dealing with her dad, the magistrate slash, city mage. That would have been a lot better. You already had all those people in place, and you already had all the sets built and all the costume designs. Why did you decide, well, then we'll throw in teenagers from modern times? To me, that's what kind of ruined it. Beyond that, it's not a bad movie. If they would have removed the present day teens, this could have been a pretty good movie. And that is The Ogre.